Yes, sir. What it do, man? You know what it is. It's your boy First Klass, man. Klass N Session podcast. What up, Nae, baby? How you doing?
I'm fine. Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Nae. Hope y'all had a good, a little break. That's what we're going to call it. But we back. And we got some guests today. How y'all doing?
Yeah. My brother's in here today, man.
Yes, indeed, man.
And you know what it is? It's cool to share the platform with another podcast family. You know what I mean? Shout out to JusUsPodcast.
Appreciate you, brother.
I became instant fans of what y'all got going on. You know what I'm saying? So keep going up on what y'all got going. You know what I'm saying? So introduce y'all to my fan base and my listeners. And
Hey, I am Fabian, one half of the JusUsPod. All social media platforms, PHAT713, you can find me. And you can find us at JusUsPod.
Sure.
I'm the other half, the real half of the JusUsPodcast.
Hey, it's Black History Month. Start your shit.
Put some respect.
Yeah, it's 3-1 today. I'm on their side today.
Okay, cool. All right. Just did.
Man, that's what I love about them, though.
JusUsPodcast, man. Eastside's favorite Mexican, Houston's favorite Mexican. I ain't got to worry about locking these doors because I'm good. Don't worry about it. I'm cool.
Yeah, we're going to tap in on that, too. Yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate y'all coming in on our platform and getting y'all perspectives off on whatever we have to bring to the table today. But, we like to get straight into it. Like we said, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of issues that kind of just brought to us, you know what I'm saying, kind of instantly. You know what I mean? You got different things. Donald Trump just signed in the office and he got that pen working.
He told them what he was gonna do, though. He had a whole Project 2025.
Yeah,
we was screaming that, preaching that. Everybody's like, he not gonna be able to do that. He not gonna have that much power.
Thank you.
Hello, somebody.
He told y'all what he was going to do. So why are y'all surprised?
The
surprise is crazy.
The disappointing part is to see my people like go so hard for Trump.
Yeah.
Because it's like, and I say this all the time, like anybody that knows me, I've been saying this since I was a kid, bro. Hispanics are some of the most racist people out there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say we. I ain't gonna keep saying
Well,
they.
y'all think y'all white?
We think we white, bro.
Oh, okay. I know when you
No,
was
it's
that.
certain generations.
Yeah,
though.
and I'm gonna say that, right?
It's a generational thing.
And I'll say really big here, like in Texas, because a lot of people make fun of me because when I start talking about where my people are from, like the farthest we go back is Galveston, so we've always been in Texas. You know what I'm saying? So when Texas becomes a part of America, you start seeing these white people that are prospering. And it's like, oh, okay, well, I ain't too far from you. So I think I'm one and the same the whole time, bro. We get treated just like everybody else that ain't white.
Damn right.
Nah, and that's true. And it's cool to hear from, I ain't gonna say it's cool. That's cool. That's a crazy word. But I'm glad to hear from you because it's at the end of the day, I've never thought about it like that. You know what I mean? Because I've always had to think about it like I'm a black man and it's like I gotta survive. You know what I mean? But it's cool to hear from your perspective.
They be whitewashed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really don't want to say I told you so, but for whatever reason, I just don't understand why they thought they were so different from us. Like, Dennis, can you help us figure out what was the thought process? But what did they think? What did they hear from him?
And like, who did they think was gonna get deported? Did they think we was gonna get deported?
Listen,
Right.
I know I look like everybody else that's right.
he don't even-
but I don't got those answers.
You right, because he
I ain't gonna lie
don't
to
even
you. I
speak
ain't got
Spanish.
them answers.
He don't even speak Spanish. He ain't.
But no,
gonna
I
know.
mean, I think that again, like this is generations and generations of just trying to be white, right? Because even in our like culture, right, the more fair skinned that you are, the cleaner you are. When you're darker, you're dirty. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this is ongoing, bro.
It's some real stereotypes.
Yeah,
in there.
and shout out
It's
to
always been that way as well.
and shout out to Magnolia Park, like where we at right now, right? My family is from Magnolia, so they have always grown up in the city, but like when we moved to Pine Trails, I remember. I mean, y'all know how I grew up, right? Like, I remember, like, all of our black friends coming to the house, and, like, even at that point, certain things being said, and it's like, wait, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold up.
So
and
I got a
having
question.
to like...
They don't know no difference.
Right, and then, but imagine being the first one to bring a black woman home, have black kids in this family. Now it's like, hey, all that other shit that y'all was doing,
Can't do
nah, we ain't doing that no more.
So I got a question for you, Dennis. When did you stop saying nigga?
2009. I ain't gonna lie to you. After my second daughter.
Stop saying it?
Stop, yeah.
Man, look at him. You know he used to
I ain't
say
gonna
it.
lie to you.
Yeah, I know.
Why you stop?
But
Why
even,
you stop?
But
saying
even
it's
in
hard.
Texas, though, a Hispanic will look at you and be talking in regular conversation and it'll come out 100 times.
Yeah.
They not even realizing, like, bro, you talking to a real nigga.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta chill.
gotta-
You're not supposed to be saying that
So I remember.
It really bother y'all like that though?
from people who really don't understand it, do.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't got no real understanding and it's just flowing like that, it bothers me
I think
because
it's different probably for you because on the east side,
it's regular.
I'll
it's
be honest
dope.
with you. I have a superior feeling about myself and about what we bring. So I don't. The word is trying to be like a negative word, and it could be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But everybody I know that stand on being a real one, like that's what I think about them, and I just think what I'm trying to say is, you can't ever deny what we bring to the table.
Right.
So when you try to, the N-word me, I'm laughing at you because this is king shit, bro. It's only that, you know what I mean? And that's what I feel like. Sometimes it's, you trying to bring my people down, and it's like, but you know, I jump higher than you.
So why you stop saying it though? Why you stop saying it?
Shout out to my second daughter, Jo. She was born in 2009, right? So around this time, my oldest daughter started to go to school. And then I'm also starting to meet more people in my job. I've been with the same company since 2007, right, to this day. But I'm also meeting people outside of work, right? So one day, I forgot what grocery store we're at. Matter of fact, we're at Kroger's right there, Wallaceville and not Wallaceville, Normandy and Wood Forest. And I'm in there with this old man, and like we just chopping it up or whatever, and I can hear younger Mexican dudes behind me, and they just going, and I could feel it like, like bro, you wilding right now.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at him, and he's just looking at me, and he's like, he moves me to the side. This dude's 50, 60 years old at the time. Hey man, watch y'all's fucking mouth, this, and that, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But that was like the spark of it. And then I was going to a certain barbershop, and I had just came from there to my grandma's house. She's gonna kill me for this, bro, but whatever. She was telling me a story about my cousin, who's a couple years younger than me, going to that same barbershop and dropping him off there and realizing that it was a bunch of walking out, right? And I just looked at her, I was like, I'm gonna stop you right there. I said, at this moment, like, I don't never want to hear that come out your mouth again. And if it comes out your mouth again, I'm not bringing these kids over here either. So that's when I was like, all right, cool, I'm done with it.
But see, the story you said about the store, that's what I meant, First Klass. Those kids was saying that, and it was rolling off their tongue because they was unconscious of what was going on around them.
And
You see what I'm
nobody
saying?
probably ever
And
told
nobody
them.
ever checked them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by saying the word. Of course we kings. It ain't gonna hurt me if he said, you said, Nae said. The word don't bother me. But when you don't have no
conscious of it.
and you, it's just raw. It's like, dude,
I get that.
like chill out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like it shouldn't be that comfortable for sure.
Exactly.
Like, cause that's why I said it. When you come to me in a negative, and I'm like, at some point in time, you looking at me like I have to do this to you too, cause that's a word that's not gonna be the first thing to come out. It's gonna be something that's trying to get to you. You know what I mean? So that's why I said if it's in a negative light, it's a little different. But I'm looking at everything that everybody got going on, you know what I mean, as far as politics. Do y'all think that affects what we got going on everyday life? Just being real.
I think it's gonna affect a lot. I think, especially
I think it's gonna be big. You think it's gonna be bigger than what people are expecting to see?
Absolutely, especially if he really go through with them federal employees. You have I don't think people realize like how many people really work for the government.
Yeah.
Like how many, like the simplest jobs, the smallest jobs.
Airport jobs.
Yep, for sure.
Like you gotta
little
the
stuff.
smallest
The
thing.
smallest stuff that y'all not really even thinking about can be affected.
And a lot of people's
immediately.
lives are gonna be affected. A lot of people are on Section 8.
Yep.
A lot of people get EBT. A lot of people get Medicaid. Like
So
that.
I seen somebody said food stamps wasn't out of there. Are they?
No, he definitely didn't win that battle. Like, because you got to think about it. Like, a lot of people don't even understand government. People was like, oh, you know, he not going to be able to do this. He not going to be able to do that. But they got to understand. He was already preparing to do whatever he want to do. He was bringing in his own people. He firing all of these people because he want to bring in his own people that's going to let him push his agenda. Like, so Congress, they can stop him. They can freeze stuff or put a halt on it because that's what they're doing right now because what he doing is unconstitutional. But once he get the people on his side that he need, he can do whatever he want.
For sure.
Because
the majority rule.
That's like all you got to do is bring your crew in here. Y'all going to run the show. That's exactly what it is. He a mob. He a mob.
And a lot of people don't realize we been behind.
Exactly.
They think everything that they seeing right now is just now happening. Man, he started rolling this out way when he was in office the first time. He started putting stuff in place that time.
That's exactly
he
what
always
they was
knew he
talking
was gonna be back right here.
Back.
He always knew.
Man.
And it's like, and what I look at it is, like, I wish our people were just more aware of what's going on today.
We don't have.
they're gonna be aware after this.
Somebody put it's not. We don't got the Martin Luther Kings.
I think
and the Malcolm X's like they.
You take that Section 8. You take that EBT.
Yep.
They gonna be marching, protesting.
And then you got your
boy,
people
watch them.
You got your people that's thinking like, all right, the first time Trump was in office, he was boom, boom. He get me wealthy.
Or so they thought.
And so now
$1,200
you ain't thinking
stimulus
about
checks.
your people. You ain't even thinking about your family.
Nope.
You think about you. And that's what my problem was when it came to Trump. Because at the end of the day, I always wanted to be more on the politics. I don't want to walk into no situation where I don't know nothing what's going on. But at the end of the day, I can definitely learn more. But I look at every situation like, all right, now, I ain't finna, I said this before on the pod, like, I'm not finna be for anybody that I know that ain't really for my people. It's hard for me to be that way.
Honestly,
I don't give a fuck what he gonna do for me.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, it ain't enough just being like, black people is just like such a minority. It's not enough for y'all to stand and have that fight on your own.
Nah, for
You
sure.
get what I'm saying? Like,
That's why we were trying to get y'all to fight
and
with us.
that's the
And they-
disappointing part, bro. Like, that's the disappointing part. Like, I will say, in I say this like in a joking way, right? But the world ain't the same without black people. Right? Like, you don't get the same laughs. You don't
We
get the
bring
same
that pizzazz.
love.
Come on, man.
You don't get the same feeling, like the same cooking, like all of this, right? And I'm saying all of this, and I know y'all gonna kill me, but I don't care. But the world ain't shit without black people, right?
It's not.
But
You ain't saying nothing
as
wrong.
much
You
impact
ain't
as
saying
y'all
nothing wrong,
have,
brother.
the strength is in numbers. So it's gonna take
And they don't stick together.
other
so.
minorities to come through and really
Ain't it
stand
crazy?
on each other's side. Because it, again,
We'll watch everybody stick together and we won't stick together.
we talking about all these issues, but these ain't all black issues. These ain't all brown issues. Like, bruh, these are issues for this entire nation. And in order for them to be addressed correctly, people got to stand together.
I mean, just like, I'll be honest with you, nobody gonna sit there and watch nobody get jumped, raped, any of that. But they'll watch black people get did that in front of their eyes every day. And nobody
Because
will say nothing.
we pose such a threat to them
That's what I'm saying.
in every aspect. The everything that exists now is off the backs of black people.
Right.
Everything that they have monetarily, all of this shit that's going on right now is only going on because of us, bro. They are wealthy because the slave trade and all of that shit that happened.
Bro, it all is calculated. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because at the end of the day, because if it was still the Negro leagues right now and the white only leagues right now, who would be getting both views?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They
But
had
at the
to
end of the day,
integrate.
with that being said, I want my peers, because I got great friends that's white friends. Yeah. But if it was more like them and people that came on our side, then I think people like Trump wouldn't be, I mean, of course, he's gonna come in with his plan, but again, it still gotta get passed here, it gotta get passed there. And if everybody was on the same side of being a good person and seeing everybody get the good and the good of everything, it's different.
You know what's hurtful to say? Because you said, you got white friends. All of us have a white friend. When push come to shove, whose side you think they're gonna pick?
I mean, they got they unless you got to say the last
They
dance
not
situation.
they not coming with us, bro.
Nah, for sure.
I don't
know.
want nothing from them. I don't want them to march with us for nothing, because if push come to shove, when the powers that be line this shit up and say,
all right, you better stand over there or you go stand over here. They
going over there. They going over there. And it's not even that they have a choice. They gonna ride for their people simply because, like you said earlier, they gotta take care of their family too.
Sure.
They gotta make sure whatever they build in their future is good too. For me, what I dislike about us, black and brown, bro, we don't have enough forward thinkers. Mm-hmm. And that's why we losing. Mm-hmm. That's why we're gonna continuously
I was just about to say that.
That's why we're gonna continuously lose.
And we don't take risks like them.
At all.
Because they're gonna take a risk. And like at the end of the day, yeah, we can give them a few points for privilege, but they're gonna take risk.
Yep.
They ain't out here going to Gucci, buying $500 t-shirts every time they go out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's shit that we laugh at them about. Oh, you wearing the same jeans over and over. Little shit like that. That shit add up. They make it count. Like, they take risk. Like, they, you know what I'm saying? Like, they put it all on the line for their last name. We don't do that.
And I feel like, but at some point, which gets into my next kind of point, just us putting ourselves, our perspectives out there on this platform, podcasting, you know what I mean? Just as far as trying to get our perspectives to move the person to move differently, you know what I'm saying? And or that we always ask for insight from our people that listen to give us some insight to make us move differently. And or when y'all sitting down on this couch, I listen to what y'all say to make me move differently. And I kind of want to get into that because I'm glad that we can sit here in front of this camera and talk about this willingly and then give that perspective. And like you said, you know what I mean? When you said earlier, like we all kings, but then they rolling it out differently. I'm not leaving. I'm still listening to it as, you know, when you're young, you hear the N-word, it's like, all right, I'm used to hearing it. As you get older, I was like, hold on, man.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
at the end of the day, when you say it like that, because I always try to look at it like you can't put me down. You know what I mean? But I can't understand it from the old guy that's with you in the store to he be like, hold on, man, he's from a different era.
It meant something different to him.
Yeah, it meant something different to him. So he's like, all right, nah, I don't want to hear this and that, but we can get out here and tell these stories, and then and I want to get into what Just Us podcast kind of came about and how bold y'all are. I want to say y'all perspective is, because you can get out here and talk about what you want to talk about, and you know some of your fam and some of your people might look at it like, hold on, but I love that about it though. You know what I'm saying? So how did Just Us Pod come about?
Man, I have a huge personality. You know, man, you've been knowing me a long time. My personality is huge. And Dennis kept drilling. He was like, man, you need to do something. You need to do something. And he was real big into podcasting. I wasn't really real big into it. I think he was watching Joe Budden.
Did you do like a sports thing?
Yeah, but see, that was so long ago, podcasting wasn't even really popping like this.
Right.
So we ain't even call it a podcast. We called it a show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's back when that's what I said, I had that radio show.
Exactly.
You know, internet radio.
Yeah, we just called it a show. We didn't even, if I'd have knew what I knew now back then, man, I'd have been gone. But
for sure.
Dennis was like, bro, you need to start a podcast. And I'm like, bet I started, but you got to do it with me.
Yeah.
And him, I know he ain't going, I'm like, bro, you got to do it with me. And Ken was with us. We always in a group chat. And I'm like, bro, if we gonna do it, but if you tell me something though, and I tell you, it's on.
It's gone. Yeah.
It's on. So,
I like that too.
So I didn't let him not do it. Like, come on, go buy the mics, go get the mixer, go whatever we need, go get it now. Let's go.
Even before we started buying everything, right? So the idea was it was just rolling, and then life hits, right? Life hits me, it punches me in the fucking face. Life hits Faves, same thing. Life hits Ken, and it's like we literally having phone calls, crying to each other, bro. As grown ass men, crying to each other. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I don't know what I'm gonna do here.
Yeah.
And then what it was, bro, is there's a guy named David Goggins. He's like one of the first
motivational speaker.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was listening to his audiobook, man, and he was basically like, why not? Like, why can't you do it? And at that point, man, I bought the mixer. I started buying mics. I started like little by little. And then again, I'm like, cool, we can do this, but I'm gonna be sitting back there.
Yeah.
You know, this ain't for me.
Right.
And he just kept pushing me like, no, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this.
Because you got to think about it. When we first started, look at the perspective that he gave. Look how he was talking, what he was saying from that side. And that's how I think, bro. I've always prided myself in being a forward thinker. I'm like, bro, we need somebody for this point of view. We need this, we need that. I'm like, man, we're going to need a woman because women going to be like, man, y'all just talk. Like, I'm thinking, like, we ain't even sat down and had a video. We ain't shot nothing. Right. But I'm thinking, like, man, we going to need all of these pieces. Mind you, I told you, I ain't never even been into podcasting like that. Yeah. But I'm just thinking, like, these are all the things. Yeah, what it's going to take for it to pop. Sure. And, bro, when I tell you it didn't take nothing, all of the pieces landed in place. It's just two of us now. Because, again, this is hard work. Yeah. Like, this you got to really be. And then if I'm a part of it, you really got to be on your 10 toes because I'm not bullshitting. I agree. Like, with anything that I do, I'm not playing. And I'm not going to let you play, especially if you're going to be a part of what I'm doing, right? Sure. So, yeah, man, and it just became something that we really, really enjoy. Like, this dude is a whole producer. Yeah. We don't need nobody to do none of this stuff, bro. Yeah. We didn't know. I watched it. We didn't know nothing about nothing. Yeah. But now, we don't need nobody. We don't, and I'm not like that, but I'm just saying we can get up and do it. Yeah, we do.
I get what you're saying.
Right,
you're making it work with what you got going on, but of course, adding to the team is always a plus. For sure. You know what I mean? That's one thing that I've always been blessed with, and that's why I always you can watch every season of Klass N Session. I give a shout out to people behind the camera, real talk, because at the end of the day, I don't necessarily have the time to do it, or I wouldn't know what to do. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that's definitely a big thing to go with podcasting and stuff. So I definitely seen the elevation as y'all moved forward. You know what I mean? And I want to have the same for mine. That's why I added Nae. You know what I mean? Because I
great addition too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She be handing it to y'all.
They be making me.
She be on y'all.
That's what she here for.
Yeah. That was great. Hey. That's forward thinking, bro. You knew you needed another element, dog. That was great.
I needed a female perspective, and then, of course, just like I've been knowing you, I've been knowing Nae. I know what type of positivity she's bringing to the table, and I know her mindset is forward thinking and whatever she got going on. So I was like, hell yeah. You know what I mean?
Great addition.
And shout out Rob. Rob was like, man, Nae. And I was like, Nae. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Thank you, Rob.
Man, nah, for real, though, because it made so much sense. And as we talk about moving forward in the podcasting, what's y'all episode, what?
82.
82, man. 82. That's what's up, man.
82, man. And it has not been easy.
At all.
It has not.
And how long y'all been at it?
2 years.
2 years.
Over 2 years now.
That's what's up, man. You know what I mean?
We started with, for those that don't know, we did start with 4.
Right.
It was a 4-panel podcast. Yeah,
I remember
we started
3.
with 4.
I don't remember 4.
Yeah, three men, 1 woman. And I don't want to say they started dropping like 5s, but again, this is no easy thing to do. It's not easy to show up every week. It's not easy to give your time to something that you don't see a return on right away.
And it's not yours.
And it's not yours. It don't belong. It's not easy to continue to be able to stay sharp and be able to talk and be able to show up in front of the camera every time you ask. Then it became a point where we were being like you. Shout out to you. Appreciate this. But this had become the norm. Like people reaching out. And then people reaching out to come to our podcast, like, hey, man, how do I get on there? Man, I love what y'all doing, the conversations that y'all having. Like, I need to get on there. How do I?
And we can talk about that, too.
Yeah, it's hard for other people to consistently show up and do that.
Yeah, and I think that what the difference was is we weren't seeing it as a hobby, right? Like, for me and Fave, this has always been a passion, a job.
It's not a hobby.
Right? Yeah, it's not a hobby at all. So, but shout out to them. Shout out to Mel and Keith.
Still my people.
No, for sure. And I see that. And I see it wasn't no bad blood.
Never
and
will.
Ken is a good dude.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I knew it. I was like, man, damn, I wonder why Ken. I definitely want to know why Ken didn't keep going. But I know how he worked. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's just a lot of family and stuff going on. So
I'm glad you said that, bro. I pride us Because you see a lot of times these shows, these podcasts, whatever people got going on, when they break up, it be bad.
Bad times.
Each time.
Ooh, like today's conversation.
Oh, it's been what? We need to talk about that a little bit too.
Man,
but
that's crazy.
We have never publicly. You saw 4, then you saw 3, then you saw 2. No conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey man, ask them. If they want to tell you, that's them. But that's not ours. That's not our
story to tell.
You know what I'm saying?
And I want to talk about like as far as guests and stuff on it, like because people reach out to be on the pod and they just be like, yeah, man, but what we gonna talk about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want the stories. I want the insight. I want the realtors. I want somebody that's gonna give car salesmen. Somebody's gonna put my people on business on game that they don't know about.
Yeah, what about the people that ain't got none of that?
Not coming on.
I mean, for what?
Not coming. For
Want
what?
to plug their first mixtape.
And we had this conversation.
They want to plug their IG page. They want to be a content creator.
I mean, because at the end of the day, that's just like me, just being honest with me. One child, like, I asked Kirk to come on here.
Yeah.
But what can I do for Kirk?
Yeah.
And I look at it like that. Like, once I ask Kirk to come on here, I feel like I can do something for him. And whoever but I don't
But
want
somebody like Kirk is what he gonna do for you.
Right.
And then y'all not gonna have current event conversations.
Exactly.
It's gonna, man, you know how much you and Kirk went through?
No, for sure.
Think about that conversation. That conversation gonna take Klass N Session somewhere else.
But yeah,
that's for you. That's not for Kirk.
I get that.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
At that point in time, I wanted Klass N Session that I already took it there with, so we doing it for each other.
Yeah.
And that's just the way I think. You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely know if Kirk came.
Yeah.
Because if I said yeah, he said yeah. We'll have this production set up like
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I get that, but that's what holds us back, right?
Yeah.
And yes, that's forward thinking. Yeah, you want to be on the same playing field, the same level. Nah, but man, look, use your resources the way you can use your resources.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And with that being said, because I love the little back and forth shit, you know what I mean? So me, I use my resources differently because I've just like going to the section and the chick and the dudes, whoever bought the bottles, and they chicks in there buying the section. I'm not the guy that's finna go grab no cup and pour my own bottle.
Yeah, nah.
I'm going to the bar.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because at some point
I feel you on
in time,
that.
I'm gonna be the one that's gonna be the one trying to give it out as far as, not saying I couldn't go grab the bottle. I definitely could go grab it. But I just have my own, you know what I mean? I want to go do it for myself. And there's no knock at what you got going on. I love you to be able to give it out. And if you offer it to me, thank you.
Yeah.
But if I'm sitting there and I gotta go get my own drink, that's what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I look at it.
What we was on recently, it was like a podcast online or something. Oh, a couple conversations. They were talking about tonight's conversation, and we had this about having guests, right? We talked about it. And I said it's a thin line between exploiting and giving someone a platform.
Yeah.
And we pride ourselves in giving people platforms.
That's good.
So,
I like that.
There's no point in time where I'm gonna allow somebody to just come to me and say, man, I wanna be on there. I'm gonna go search you, I'm gonna look.
Yeah, see what.
Hey, you be bullshit. You just wanna come on here because you see some camera. You want somebody to see you on the camera. A lot of people just want people to see them on the camera.
Yeah.
That's it. They don't really.
I don't want you to look important, bro. I want you to be important.
Yeah. And again, I'm not putting nobody down. I'm not knocking nobody. But the people who we invite, you can look, when you look on camera, you see what's going on.
Right.
They got real stories to tell. Man, we just had somebody who I didn't even know. Dude just came home from doing a bid.
Yeah.
And had only been home 4 months. Man, this dude got on camera and started telling us about how he was adopted, didn't find out until he was 9 years old. And and people start coming like, man, who been knowing him since he was a child. Man, I never knew you was adopted.
And if you think about it, Freddie too.
Yeah.
Right, shout out to Fred. Fred was fresh home when he came up there to
Now, y'all
show.
been having some good conversations,
man,
bro.
didn't
That's why I want to get into some of that too as well.
Man, look, when people see you and they see the conversations that you having, they want to come on there and have those types of conversations.
Right.
So for me, I feel like you got to set the precedent on what's happening on your show, on your podcast, the types of conversations that you're having, and then you're going to get the type of people that you want to sit on the couch with you.
Right, because I think that everybody has something to say, right? But if 90% of what you want to bring to us is something that we're willing to talk about, and then you're going to try to sneak in 10% about, I don't know, talking bad about your baby mama, nah. We steer the conversation. Yeah, cool. So we cut that cool, and then we go right back over here. So
and them not bad conversations to have, because anything can be sparked by anything.
I mean, motivation.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's one thing I think when I started Klass N Session, I always told myself, like, I ain't gonna never get to the point to where I'm ever gonna be sitting here, yelling with anybody. We ain't gonna never be too negative on this podcast. It's always gonna be something positive that moves my culture and my people forward. So that's what I feel like, you know what I mean? That's kind of kept my plan and goals moving forward, as I would say. But I seen how y'all moved y'all side missions in and things like that. So how did that come about? Because I think that was dope. I actually was like, I was like, damn. So I ain't think of that, man.
So I'm all about looking at different cameras, and then also like what makes sense. Like what am I gonna use it for?
Right.
Am I gonna use this to shoot the podcast? Can I get some other content from it? So on and so on. So I ended up finding this little, I'm gonna plug it, I don't care. They ain't paying me. But this DJI Osmo Pocket 3, right? Okay. It's handheld. And I just started doing little things while I was running. I was like, okay, cool. It's a gimbal on it, so it keeps everything stable. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we do a like a local politician episode.
No, that wasn't it. We did the
No.
Okay.
So we do the local politician episode first, and then I'm doing like B-roll from it.
Yeah.
But then they ask us, the same group of people who asked us or helped us in that episode, asked us to come and do a turkey drive, right? Shout out to Corey. So we go do this turkey drive. Now, when we're doing it, I got the Osmo in one hand because I'm catching everything that we're going to edit and we're going to post on YouTube. Yeah. I got Faye's phone in the other hand, and he's got
eating the turkey.
He eating it.
No,
not yet. So
hey, if they was cooked, though, would have been.
He eating the turkey leg.
He's got two mics on him, right? One for the YouTube, and then we're also live at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'm here with it, right? Let's just moving through. So we wrap that up. As we're leaving, I'm in the parking lot. I'm getting like just putting everything up, whatever. Big Back over here calls me. He says, "Hey, Triple J is right across the street. Let's go grab something to eat.
Yeah.
Fuck it, let's do some content."
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. I ain't thinking nothing of it. So we get there, and immediately put the mic back on him. DJI, cool, start recording.
Did y'all ask? Did y'all have to ask?
We walked straight in.
Man, I told you, bro, I got a larger-than-life personality, bro. When I'm in that mode, it's up.
Yeah.
When I saw, because I always see videos of Triple J's, I'm like, damn, bro, we right here across from Triple. I ain't no Northside baby. I don't be
right.
I don't fuck around. I'm Southside till I die. South Seal for live. You feel me? So
I thought Booker T was. No.
Yeah, it is. That's high school. see. Here we go.
Y'all let him come in.
No, so when I saw it, I'm like, damn, this Triple J, I gotta get some content, bro.
Yeah.
And that's literally how Side Missions was born.
Yeah.
He pulled up, put the mic on me, bro, and I just treated the place like it was mine.
Yeah.
I ain't see no people. I ain't hear nothing, bro. I just walked in there and just went off. And I promise you, it was just that simple, bro. And that video went crazy.
No, it was. And like I said, and then after I always say this, man. Once you get that momentum on something, bro,
you gotta
go.
Have
to use
you
your
gotta
momentum.
Go. And you told me that, bro. You told me that when you was on. And it's crazy when that happened. I told Dennis, I say, bro, we gotta keep doing this. And then when we posted it, other people was like, hey, Fave, that's a cool pocket, bro. You need to keep doing it.
I was, because shout out to the haters, man. There's a lot of people that hate on stuff, man.
For sure.
And some of that stuff keep people going.
Oh, yeah.
Me, I like to see that type of stuff, man. Because like I said, I was like, man, I wish I would have came up with that. Yeah. I might do a side mission.
Hey.
You know what I mean?
Do it, bro.
Nah, for sure. And like I said with y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because I said, when y'all told me, like, man, you was doing the podcast, I'm like, man, it's dope to see like-minded minds, but now you see people in the NBA, it's 1,000 dudes in the NBA got a podcast.
Yep. Everybody who ain't hooping no more doing one.
Right.
Like, everybody who ain't playing football no more doing one.
Like, even dudes in the league just giving a real POV about this stuff. So at the end of the day, man, everybody got to look at it like, man, don't matter what everybody else is doing. you can be dope in your own. You know what I mean? You can be dope in your own mindset and move this stuff going.
You just got, again, like we keep saying throughout the whole episode, you got to be a forward thinker.
Nah, for sure.
It don't matter if I do something and you do something, we ain't gonna do it the same.
Yeah.
And we ain't got the same audience.
And
For sure. We can move everybody.
yeah, for sure. What that mean? Oh,
Okay.
all right.
Yeah, I was lost too. But
I
at the end of
also
the day,
think-
I want one thing real quick. I want to kind of get into still on the side missions thing. Is that something that has a just one thing as a food thing, or is y'all gonna jump into different things?
All right. So it did definitely start with, okay, we're gonna keep doing these food reviews. But then after the Zach episode, right? Like,
Yeah.
bro,
Oh, yeah,
sitting
you
there
did do it.
getting
Yeah,
a
that was
haircut,
fire,
and I was
bro. That
like,
was
oh
fire,
no, let
too.
me just boom. I set the camera back up, right?
Man,
I set the camera
man,
back up, and I'm like, go for it. So that's one of them. We thinking about doing another one tomorrow that might be at this event or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, bro.
So it just be on the fly.
Yeah. On the
fly.
That's
I
probably
mean,
what
that's
make
wh-
it better.
that's why it's
Because you're
called-
not thinking about it.
That's why it's called side mission.
Yeah.
Hey,
and even like so.
Shout out Just Us Podcast for the side mission.
Appreciate
man,
you,
for
appreciate
real,
you,
man.
appreciate
So
That
Faze-
shit fire, man. I like that.
Appreciate
Faye's
you.
brother's also a rapper, right?
Yeah.
So we did a whole music video for him too.
Shout out
Something
C-Money,
cool.
man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
and it was cool.
See, I've been knowing these people for a long time. They're from the east side, so I've been knowing you just as long. But it's just like, man, it's so exciting to see
Wow.
everybody's journey. And we kind of got in on this on y'all when I came on y'all pod. But it's like, it's dope to see. Like, cause I remember when C-Money was just doing
Rapping
videos,
on campus.
rapping on camera, to see him in the big. I'm talking about battling the big guys.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
I'm talking about real and doing his thing is
Yeah.
like, man, like, and I remember seeing you behind him, like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's dope to see all that, how that came about.
Man,
And,
I love it so bad, bro.
Yeah.
People don't realize, dog, what you talking about is such a good feeling, bro. And you don't even gotta be the biggest at what you doing. Just this though, bro. To
Just
have the
being in
mind of
there.
that. What, bro? This
I'm talking about dudes you get to watch on YouTube every day. You get to go battle against them and
man,
then
this shit
rub
crazy.
shoulders with them, bro.
That's so crazy, bro.
That's why some of the stuff where I like, cause we could talk about it like, we about to wrap it up, but at the end of the day, like in this lane that we're in, the higher and higher you get to rub shoulders with people that you be like, man, hey, I'm doing something right.
Man.
I have to be doing something right.
Man.
So that's why I say, man, consistently, keep going.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
Even if you got one viewer or 1 million,
For sure.
I tell-
keep
and-
posting, keep doing it, keep going.
Keep going.
I tell people that all the time, they swear because they got one like, bro, it was a time where I had one like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I promise y'all it was. It might don't seem like it now.
Yeah.
Cause they come in
Be
abundance.
like, scroll down.
But I go
Go down.
3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
You gonna see me on there talking to myself a few times.
Yeah, but confidence is everything as well. That's why I tell
yeah.
people, hey, confidence is everything, man. You got to keep going in what you got going on. You know how we always try to push the culture forward. I shout out to my guys, JusUsPodcast, for coming on. And again, I probably started doing this first, but look, I'm still motivated by what these guys going on, and that's what kind of perspective I try to push off. Man, it ain't gotta hate on nobody. All you gotta do is be motivated by the next person and/or you look at it like, man, if they can do it, I can do it too. And then it's different, you know what I mean? But again, shout out to my guys, man. Tell them where they can find y'all on social media.
Man,
and
appreciate
everything,
you. Appreciate your Klass N Session.
sure.
Nae,
for
bro.
sure.
We appreciate you. Much love. JusUsPod, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all platforms, JusUsPod. And you can find our personal social medias from that page in our link tree, man.
For sure.
Even if you don't follow us personally, bro, follow the
Yeah.
podcast, man.
I'd rather you follow the podcast. Damn
Nah,
me.
for sure. I'd
Yeah.
rather you follow the podcast
Yeah,
too.
for sure.
And y'all go check out my episode with them guys. I think that was a dope episode
Hey,
as well.
super dope episode.
Yeah,
Super
for
dope
sure. You know what I'm
episode.
saying?
Yeah,
we got
for sure.
to chop in with some stuff. We still gonna do that Lamar episode.
Got
Now, you
to.
got anything for him?
Confidence is key. Stay consistent. Y'all
sure.
know what it is.
Yes, sir. It's Klass N Session. It's your boy First Klass, man. We appreciate these guys. We appreciate y'all. And we appreciate everything keep happening behind this damn camera. Y'all be good. We go.
JusUsPod, man.